I am going to, Dawn, have you ask Dale any question that you want answered. This is going to make you sick to your stomach.
Okay, are the four horsemen of the apocalypse
in Revelation 6?
In Revelation 6, yeah. Literal judgments that are going to come across the earth.
The interpretation of the four horsemen in Revelation 6 is a matter of debate among scholars and religious communities. Some believe they are literal judgments that will come upon the earth, while others interpret them symbolically as representing various aspects of destruction, conquest, famine, and death. Ultimately, the meaning of this passage is open to interpretation and can vary depending on one's religious belief and cultural background.
Let's take it a step further. What do the four horsemen of the apocalypse represent? That's a scary answer, by the way, Don, the answer that he just read.
It is very scary because as Dale's doing this, let's remember people are going to think, well, this is the final answer. So it's basically, it's up to you. There's no ultimate answer from the Bible or God. You know, some people think this, some people think that.
So your question was, what do the four horsemen of the apocalypse represent? Correct?
Yes.
The four horsemen of the apocalypse in the book of Revelation are commonly understood as symbolic representations of four devastating events or challenges that will occur before the end of the world. Number 1, conquest or pestilence, represented by a white horse and its rider carrying a bow. Number 2, war, represented by the red horse and its rider wielding a sword. 3, famine, represented by a black horse and its riders holding a pair of scales. 4, death, represented by a pale horse and its rider named Death. These symbols are often interpreted as representing the spread of disease, conflict, hunger, and death, which are seen as signs of the end times in many religious traditions.
Okay, shall we do this now? Define pre-tribulational rapture. These are not easy questions. Oh, for us they are, but you understand.
The pre-tribulation rapture is a belief held by some Christian denominations, particularly among evangelical and dispensationalist groups. According to this belief, prior to the tribulation, a period of intense suffering and tribulation as described in the biblical book of Revelation, all true Christians will be, quote, raptured, quote, or taken up into heaven in a sudden and miraculous event. This event will occur before the tribulation begins, allowing believers to escape the trials and suffering that are expected to come upon the earth. This belief is based on a specific interpretation of certain biblical passages, including 1 Thessalonians 4:13 through 17 and 1 Corinthians 15:51 through 52. It is a highly debated topic, and not all Christians hold to this view.
Let's do this. This is the one that really scares me because there are pastors that I am certain, some that I know personally, that are doing this. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a sermon on John 1:1 through 1:2.
Okay, in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at John 1:1 through 2, one of the most powerful and profound passages in the Bible. This verse introduces us to the person of Jesus Christ and sets the stage for the rest. May we respond to him with faith and worship. Amen.
I know pastors that are using this as a tool right now to actually preach messages. That is scarier than scary can be. Look, the reality of it is there is going to come a point in time when people will develop dependencies on technology like this, and then this technology is going to end up literally being at the crux of developing every control mechanism that's out there that the Antichrist deploys in order to put into effect whatever he wants. That's scary.
Yeah, let me again, I'm just being introduced to this, and let me just read to you a little thing about what is ChatGPT, and this is why I'm asking the question. It says, anyone who uses ChatGPT website can ask the chatbot a question on any topic and get a speedy, detailed response in paragraph form. And GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. A spokesman for San Francisco-based company OpenAI, which owns the tool, said the company made ChatGPT available as a research preview to learn from real-world use, which we believe is a critical part of developing, deploying capable, safe AI systems. It says on the website, it lists ChatGPT's positive attributes as its capacity to remember what users said earlier in conversation and to allow the user follow-up corrections, and how it's trained to decline inappropriate requests. Now, here's what's really interesting. The company is upfront about some of the technological flaws. Per the website, the chat box occasionally generates incorrect information and produces harmful instructions or biased content. It lists a third issue, having limited knowledge of the world and events after 2021.